Good morning everyone. My name is Erin Enzo and today I will discuss about common online threats and risks. So, ang internet threats or online threats ay mapanganib sa paggamit ng internet or online na maaaring makasira sa computer, magnakaw ng impormasyon o makaabala sa paggamit ng mga ah, online services. So, number one is malware. Stands malicious for ware. So, ang ibig sabihin ng malware is malicious software na ito ay ang program na ginawa upang makasira, magnakaw ng impormasyon o gumawa ng mga hindi magandang bagay sa computer or online. Types of malware. Sa A is virus. A malicious program designed to replicate itself and transfer from one computer to another, or internet, local network, FDS, CDS, etc. So, ang virus ay isang mapanganib na program na kayang gumawa ng kopya ng sarili nito at kumalat mula sa isang computer papunta sa iba. So, yung virus is nakakasira ng computer na kung saan is if na-infected na yung isang computer or may virus na, pwede itong makapinsala ng ibang mga network na kung saan hindi na ito ma-access at ma-open. Then, kapag ang virus ay kumalat, hindi na ito mapipigilan sa pagkalat at ang virus naman is nakukuha sa mga infected USB na kapag sinalpak sa computer is mabavirus. Next is worm. A malicious program that transfer from one computer to another by any types of means. So, yung worm po is parang virus din, pero mas mabilis itong kumalat. Hindi na kailangan ng tao para ipakalat yung virus na yon o yung worm na yon. For example po is yung I love you worm. Noong 2000 po is may gumawa ng isang parang virus or worm na isang Pilipino na pinakalat yung worm na yon through email na kung saan mag-send siya ng I love you. Tapos kapag na-click ng tao or pinulit yung I love you na yon or kapag na-access is kusa na itong kakalat at maapektuhan lahat ng computer at hindi na maapektuhan lahat ng ma-access mo at hindi na ito ma-open or masisira ito. Next po is yung Trojan, a malicious program that disguises as useful program but once downloaded or installed, leaves your PC unprotected and allows hacker to get your information. So yung Trojan is nagpapanggap na mabuting program o may pakipakinabang pero once na na-open mo yung laro na akala mo ay laro or app, pero pag na-install mo, bubuksan niya ang PC mo sa mga hacker. Yung parang magiging way siya papunta sa mga hacker or para ma-hack yung PC mo. Halimbawa po ng Trojan is yung Prey game na pag na-download kapag na-download ninanakaw lahat ng password mo or kinukuha lahat ng information mo dun sa na pag-login mo. Next is spyware, a program that runs in the background without you knowing it. That's called spy. It has the ability to monitor what you are currently doing and typing through keylogging. So yung spyware is tatakbo sa background nang hindi mo alam or nakaka-access na pala siya nang hindi mo alam. So monitor niya kung ano ang tinatype at ginagawa mo. Ito yung keylogging. So kapag nagda-login ka or nag-access ka ng mga bank account mo or ng mga personal information mo or about sa mga banking ganon, is meron ng spyware doon na nagbabanman at pwede niya din makuha yung mga impersonal account mo. Gaya na lamang nung password at mga credit card details mo. Yan yung spyware. So next is adware, a program designed to send you advertisement mostly as pop-up. So yung adware po, ito yung mga nasisend or parang bomba ng ads na kung saan kapag nag-open ka ng mga source or nag-open ka or mag-access ka through online is may nagpa-pump up lagi ng mga ads na hindi man, bakit may lumalabang ads ganon is yun pala is para mapabagal yung pag-access mo or pag-access mo na kunyari pag-access ng PC ganon. Next po is spam, unwanted email mostly from bots or advertiser. It can be used to send malware. So yung spam po, ito yung mga unwanted email o mensahe na galing sa mga bots or advertiser na nakaka-scam. For example po is yung kunyari is yung nanalo ka, you win 1M, tapos ni-click mo yun, is ma-hack niya yung account mo or makaka-access siya sa mga information dun sa account mo. Delikado kasi yung spam kasi pwede itong may kasamang malware o link na scam. Ganon. So, next po is phishing. An unwanted acquisition of sensitive personal information like password and credit and detail. So, yung phishing is ito yung pangunguha ng mga informasyon or mga personal information mo na palihim or palihim. For example, mga palihim. So, yung phishing is gumagawa sila ng mga faking website o email na kamukha ng bangko o Facebook para ilagay mo ang password mo. So, yun nga, sa pamamagitan nun is nakakapag or malaman nila yung mga personal information mo. Pwede nilang ma-access yun or ma-open kapag mag-hack na. Ganun. For example po is yung email na verify your land bank account now. Pero picking link pala yun. So next is botnet, a group of compromised computer connected to a network or zombie, like zombie, parang zombie. Botnet o zombie computer. Ito yung botnet o zombie computer, ito yung mga group ng mga computer na na-hack at kinokontrol ng hacker nang hindi alam ng may-ari. Ginagamit to para umatake sa ibang website ng sabay-sabay. Yun yung botnet. Next is DOS attack. Disrupt computer access to internet service. So yung DOS attack is DOS attack or DOS attack or denial of service. Ito yung virus or yung threats na sinisira ang internet ng isang website o server. Or tapos binobomba or nagsisend sila ng madaming request para bumagal o mag-crash para hindi ka makapasok sa website o app. Yun yung DOS attack. So next is online risk. Cyberbullying, online harassment, abusive messages, or the spreading of rumors through social media. So yung cyberbullying is ito yung paninira sa'yo through social media na nagpapakalat ng mga nagpapakalat ng mga maling information tungkol sa'yo. So, yung cyberbullying, ito yung mga pambubuli through online at mga masamang comment or paninira sa social media. So, next is oversharing. Posting private details or location that comprise your safety or future reputation. So, yung oversharing, ito yung mga pinapost mo na yung mga about sa mga personal information mo, like yung address, location, pati yung mga ATM. Ganun. Delikado ito sa kaligtasan. Kaligtasan through online. Next is online scam. Fake shopping site, investment tricks, or offer that sound too good to be true. So, yung online scam, ito yung mga shopping site na mga faking shopping site or mga investment na too good to be true. Pero mga fake yon na panloko. Next po is cybersecurity basics. So, yung cybersecurity is the practice of defending computers, server, mobile devices, electronic system, networks, and data from malicious attack. It also known as information technology security, computer security, or electronic information security. So, yung cybersecurity po, ito yung nagpoprotekta sa mga computer para hindi maka-access yung mga hacker or ma-access yung mga devices, mga mobile devices, computer o mga servers para hindi sila ma-hack at panloko. So, the term cybersecurity applies in a variety of contexts, from business to mobile computing, cloud services, connected devices, and digital identities, and can be divided into a few common categories. Sa una is network security. It is a practice of securing a computer network from intruders, whether targeted attackers or opportunistic. So, yung network security po, ito yung pagprotekta or proprotektaan nito yung sa Wi-Fi at internet para hindi makapasok yung mga hacker. Next po is application security. Focuses on keeping software and devices free of threats. A compromised application could provide access to the data it designed to protect. Successful security begins in the design stage, well before a program or device is deployed alware. So, yung application security is sinisiguraduhin na safe ang mga app at device bago i-download or umaccess sa mga software na yon. Next is information security. Protects the integrity and privacy or data, both in storage and in transit. So, yung information security is ito yung pinoprotektahan yung data mo habang nakasave at habang sinesend mo. Nun. Next is operational security. Includes the access, processes, and decision for handling and protecting data assets. The information users have when accessing a network and the procedure that determine how and where data may be stored or shared all fall under this umbrella. So, yung operational security, ito yung mga roles kung sino pwedeng mag-access, saan pwede i-save ang files para mas maprotektahan yung files na yon at hindi ito ma-hack. Next is disaster recovery and business continuity. Define how an organization responds to a cybersecurity incident or any other event that causes the loss of operation or data. Disaster recovery policies delegate how that organization restore its operation and information to return to the same operating capacity as before the event. Business continuity is the plan the organization falls back on while trying to operate without certain resources. So yung disaster recovery and businesses continuity, ito yung plano or plan kung paano ibabalik sa normal pag nahack o nasira ang system mo. Next is end user education, addresses the most unpredictable cybersecurity factor people. Anyone can accidentally introduce a virus to an otherwise secure system by failing to follow good security practices. Teaching users to delete suspicious email attachment not flagged in identified USB drives, and various other important lessons is vital for the security or any organization. So yung end user education, ito yung pinakamahalaga sa pagtuturo sa mga tao kung paano magkaroon ng kaalaman sa mga na dapat sundin kapag dapat sundin na hindi basta-basta mag-click ng kung ano-ano or dapat magkaroon ng kaalaman tungkol sa mga website na makapag-hack, ganun. For example po is yung wag mag-click sa suspicious link, wag magsaksak ng kung ano-anong USB sa computer, then mag-ingat sa mga nag-send ng email. Wag i-click kung hindi ito hindi familiar sa'yo, ganun.